So the plan is today is to take 3 larvae out of that hive and put them into queen cups and then graft them into the angry hive. And then I've decided I'm going to take that queen and I'm going to put her in a nook and move her somewhere else. And see if we can get that colony to calm down a little bit. Oh yeah, they started drawing that out. That looks good. Yeah, they do. They drawing phone. Oh, they got a little bit of brood in that one. That's good. They got 5 or 6 brood in that one. It looks like. That's awesome. Any more eggs in there? Or is it just nectar? Looks like just nectar. Oh, that was it. Oh, there she is. Look at that girl. Oh boy, she is laying the eggs down, son. Oh, them are all brand new eggs. All brand new eggs and capped, show me capped. Looks like, so those are probably fixing to hatch is what's going on. Those are all her babies. Alright, let's put her over there. We'll see if we can find some new larvae. Eggs, 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 eggs. Honey, 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 honey. Yeah, they just overfilled everything with honey. Oh, that's what we're looking for right there. Alright, calm down now. I'm actually going to take that frame and stick it back in here real quick. Just put it over here. Push this back over. Stick this one back in. Like that. Oh no. Oh no. That's not gonna work. A little bit harder than I figured it would be. I see why they use a light though. I'm gonna try to climb up over here. There we go. Let's get one of these. I'm just going to tear some off. took 3 larvae. One of them, I believe, is about 2 days old. The other 2 look a day old. Oh, so hot. It's hot. Take this and turn it around. Holy fuck. I can't believe what I just saw. I think these guys really been putting in some work, apparently. Man, I can't believe how much they start building on these feeders. Like y'all ain't got nothing better to do but build on the feeder. Look, hive beetles all in it. You know, that's half the reason it don't make no sense for them to build shit like this. Is because that's what the hive beetles want. That's what they're looking for. You know? Oh, it's a headless bee. It's like, damn, that bee looks little. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they're going to be, I think they're going to be prime. They blue. That's all. Brood and honey, brood and honey, brood and honey. Dude, that is beautiful. Look, that's what they done this week. And she's right there, first frame in the top box. Yeah, you know what? I think that'll be the first frame that goes in her box. It's the frame she was on. Yep, second frame, brood and honey. And I think that's what we'll give her. It's gonna be 2 frames. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give her this frame too, because it's got some extra bees anyways. You can almost fix these frames and things. I'll come back in a minute and pull this feeder out. You can just see this is the one hive that I open and they're just there. They're swarming. Like they're right there. Like as soon as I picked that box up and I moved it and I walked back over here, like 60 of them flew up and just zzz. That's why we're gonna take the queen away. Oh, it's got one in it too. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some more down here. I got some more of those hive beetle things. got her in there with 2 frames of honey and brood and pollen, 1 half-drawn frame, and 2 blank wax frames. Now, what I'm going to do, take a ball of beeswax, and I'm going to stop that hole up, and I'm going to go put them in the house in a cold room. And they're going to stay there for a couple hours till I get done doing what I'm doing. And then I'm going to move them probably later sometime. Come on now, get out of there. So we're going to move them in the house. Actually, let me do this. Let's throw this top board back on real quick. Gotta stay hydrated. Go on now. I ain't done nothing to you. That's the whole reason I'm requeening this hive. That I can't come out here without them trying to sting me. And I just can't deal with that. You know, because I always want to walk out here in a bee suit or a veil. And they're always pissy. Alright, so now I'm going to take those 3 queen cups I got. Now I've been keeping those queen cups under a wet rag because it's nice and warm outside, so I don't have to worry about the temperature, but you have to worry about humidity. So we're just going to pretty much left where we off. I'm going to do double down on my inspections, go ahead and finish my inspection. They know right now, they know they're queenless because I put the queen on top of the bars and a bunch of the bees come up and got on the cage with her, and then I took the cage away with those bees and put them in the joker box as well. But they're gonna know they're queenless, like right now they know they're queenless. So they actually calmed down just a touch from 3 minutes ago with the queen was still sitting here, and now like they're a little buzzy, but they sound different. And I think that's one of the biggest things when it comes to this is you have to be able to listen to them, and you'll know like really quickly, oh, they're mad, or there's something new going on, right? You know, when a bunch of new bees hatch, they make a different noise than when they're hot. I started drawing that one out, that's good. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, angry bees are productive bees. Like, yeah, but I don't like getting stung in the face, okay? It's really just that simple. That's the thing. I don't like getting stung in the face. I don't really care about getting stung anywhere else, but I do not like getting stung in the face. But then on top of that, this hive was absolutely insistent on superseding that queen anyways. Every week when I come out here, I've smashed at least one super seizure cup, if not two. That whole frame of honey they're capping off. They had 2 whole brand new frames of honey in the top box. And we are in a dearth, and I am feeding sugar water, so that means it's mostly sugar water, the new stuff. This frame's an old frame, so I know it's honey. But the 2 they put in the top are sugar water. But still, that's a lot. This whole frame is just resources. Just pollen and honey. I don't think I see any brood on this frame, so I'm gonna move this frame actually. No, because this one's just honey. Oh, they might be in different shape now. Yeah, let's leave it there for now. I may move it on the outside. Let's see. Oh, they're getting mad. Calm down now. Stop. And see, that's the thing. Like every single frame that I pull open, these 20 bees come out and jump at me. You know, and it's not like that. Like that other hive, I pull frame out and they don't even react to me. Like they're nice and calm. They don't freak out. Alright, so that's one full frame of cap brood with some larvae and a little bit of honey and pollen in it. Other side completely capped. And see, that's the thing, like she's got a really good pattern, you know, and both sides of the frame are the same. Like, I don't know why they wanted to supersede her, but they did. So, but it's okay, because we're going to put those cups in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick them in to the frame right in the top of the honey. Just at the top of the brood. Right, and we're going to put 1, 2, 3 queen cups. Now, the thing is, I want the buckfast. I want all of them to be buckfast queens. So that's why I took 3 larvae and grafted them and moved them over here, so that these bees will become buckfast bees. Yeah, this is an entire frame of milk brood, pollen, and honey. Again, whole another frame of milk brood, pollen, honey. So those 3 queen cups will be right between 2 full frames of brood, which is perfect. Oh yeah, that's a full frame it's not drawn out all the way. It's not drawn out all the way, but both sides are completely full of brood and honey, which is good. I mean, they're drawing it out, but they just, for some reason, these bees do not like that black plastic foundation. But I mean, it's full, so full of brood, so that's good. So that's three. They had 3 full frames of brood, 2 full frames of honey. Oh, you didn't sting me, did you? Get off. And that's full frame of honey, it looks like. So, I want to put this blank one right here. They'll clean up the honey. So you can see that's like the test. If you wave your hand over the top and they jump up and hit your hand, you know they're fucking spicy. I'm gonna have to edit that out. You know they're spicy though. So they don't have anything up here, but I'm still gonna give them the box back because these bees right now are very productive. There's a bunch of bees in this box. Right now they're covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're covering 7 frames of right now, and it's like 1 o'clock. And that means most of the field force is gone right now. And so, like tonight, when you come out here, there's probably a full 10 frames of bees in this box. So they're gonna keep this box, but it does have the feeder still in it, and I left it in it because they have a lot of empty frames, and I just don't. I think the feeders are really good for taking up space. The only issue, one of the big issues I see with the feeders is that they like to kind of build like burr comb on the feeders, and I've noticed that the hive beetles really like the burr comb. I took it all off. The hive beetles like to get up in the burr comb. I think that's like one of the places they like to really nest first, you know. So I'm actually, after today, I won't mess with this hive again for 3 weeks. Well, 18 days. 17 days I'll come back. So I'll mark the calendar. 17 days I will come back to this hive. And what's going to happen is their population is going to start to decrease. But like I said, they have 3 full frames of brood right now. So that turns into 6 frames of bees. They have 7 frames of bees right now. So that means, in theory, by the time the new queen hatches and starts laying eggs, they should still wind up with 6 frames of bees instead of 7 frames of bees. So I think they'll be in good shape because of that reason. So they should do perfectly fine. And if not, I'll do something different. Yeah, they're trying to sting me in the face still. They just keep coming back. That's the whole thing, is they don't stop. They don't stop till they sting you. I mean, they just don't. That's the whole thing about these, and why I want to requeen them, is for whatever reason they weren't happy with her, and that was making her have bad hormones or pheromones and stuff. And for that reason, she had to go. But like these guys are so hot. If I mess with them and I get in their hive and they start doing this where they're trying to sting me in the face and stuff, what'll happen is, if I go to another hive and open another hive, they'll start fighting that hive. And it'll be a 2 or 3 day thing where they're just attacking that hive because they think I came from that hive or something. I don't know. Wait. But the whole thing, I gotta wait a minute before I can check these other 2 hives. I can't open them after messing with that hive for a couple minutes because they're still trying to sting me, and they're just gonna keep on for a minute or so. But the thing is, if they don't accept the larvae I put in those queen cups, they have enough young larvae that they could raise their own queen. So either they'll raise the queens that I put in there, or they'll raise their own. I would prefer they raise one of the ones I put in there, which next time, if this works, then I'll do this in the future, or I may just continue doing this and try to get better at it. And if it doesn't work, then next time what I'll do, if this fails, what I'll do is if this fails, then by then they won't have any young brood because it'll have been 3 weeks. So then I can just take a frame of brood out of that hive and move it over here and let them make their own queen. So that's the other option to this, is I may wind up, if this doesn't work, I'll do that. But either way. I'm just gonna do a quick check on this hive and see how they're doing on their second box. And then I'm gonna go check that last hive and see how they're doing. They've been doing pretty good, so I don't have much worries about that. Now what I did with these two hives is I think I moved 3 frames up top in the top box when I added the top boxes to draw them up in the top boxes and get them working on all that, because the bottom boxes were pretty much full, and so I put 3 new ones in the bottom box and then added the top box and put 3 of the old ones in the top box. These guys are always really chill. I would say this hive actually probably dislikes the smoke more than it dislikes me getting in the hive. Now this hive I'm going to let expand to a double and then do a split and then add more boxes again. And I think that's one way I'm going to make bees, is just doing double splits. Just checking to see if there's any brood on these frames, because the other colony I just took the queen out of, that was one thing I noticed about her. As soon as I put the top box on, every time I went over there, she was in the top box. Every single time I opened that colony, she was in the top box. She's doing good. They've almost got that entire frame drawn out in a week, which is awesome. That's one thing I like about the wax foundations. They're a little bit more of a pain because you have to secure them, and what I started doing is I add one piece of wire in the middle, and then I use hot wax, like melted beeswax, along the top and bottom bars to really secure it in place, and then it can't fall out, you know. Oh, that's a hidden frame, I can already see. Oh yeah, slap full. Yeah. Oh, that's real good. And that's another thing I've actually, I like this queen, and I'm pretty sure this queen is also a buckfast queen. But one thing I've noticed about this colony is they do have really good hygienic behavior. Like every now and then when you pick one up and you look in there, that you'll have a little bit of uncapped brood where they've uncapped it, and then they'll recap it, and that's a trait because it kills, if there are varroa mites in there, in the cappings, it will kill the varroa mites. So that's one of the traits of varroa resistant bees, is that they will sometimes uncap brood and then recap it later. I really want to see what that tastes like. Man, that is so good. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, I don't know why they're building them together like that. That's not very smart. That is some extra dark honey. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna have to smash all that down. They just built it too big, like. I don't know why they built it that big. The other side's the same way. They were grown together, I guess you could say. Don't do that. Oh, you're gonna die. It's really good honey. All these queens are marked with blue for this year, but this queen, I'm pretty sure after talking to the guy again that it's actually a queen from last year, or, well, more than likely it's a queen from last year, because he said it was a swarm he caught in the spring, so it could have been a virgin when it swarmed, but I don't know. I just know they're really, really calm bees. Like the calmest, quietest bees out here. I don't see the queen on here, which is what I'm looking for. I do see two absolutely full frames of brood and honey, which I put up here. But these are heavy frames. All that honey's new honey, because I took all their old honey. When you got double boxes like this, you know, they say it's really important to always check and make sure your queen's not in the box before you take it off, because, you know, you don't want her to be, I mean, she could be on the bottom of this box, but, you know, you gotta just be real careful when there's a double box, because you don't want to smush your queen, obviously. So when I open this, I'm actually going to pick it up and open it this way and look at the bottom of the box so I can make sure the queen's not there. And then I'm going to set it on the lid. Give them a little smoke to get them off the bottom of the box so I don't smush any if I don't have to. And then move them real quick so none of them get back on the box. Because they will get right back on the bottom of the box. That honey got on them. Just gonna set this one real quick. Like I said, these bees, I don't even really give them a bunch of smoke. I just give them just a touch of smoke, and they're super chill. Like, they don't fly up at my hands when I'm moving my hands around. You know, they just kind of do their own thing. You know, when you're feeding, you know, I'm feeding all these bees, I'm feeding these protein patties. Right now I'm using the Man Lake pollen subs. One thing about it though, these have only been in here a week, and that hive I killed 2 hive beetles in that burr comb. And then when I look at this pollen sub, I just put their I think they're half-pound patties in here. I always want to check them for larvae, you know, small hive beetle larvae. And let me get this. Just set that right there. And the other thing I've noticed about this particular colony is they really like building, using a lot of propolis. They haven't really like started building a lot of burr comb like that other hive did. Like that other hive, it loved building burr comb on the side of the box. The one I just took the queen from, they would build burr comb on the side of the box, on the feeder, like everywhere. But that's the only thing they did. They only put it on like the feeder. These guys put it everywhere. Like they're gluing everything together. It's not bad. It's good for them. That's good. They started to draw stuff out. I haven't started drawing that out yet. It's like they're just starting on that a touch. See, they got 2 frames of brood and honey and resources in that top box. This queen is elusive. She's always elusive. I don't think I seen her for the first month she was here. They're doing good. They got this drawn out. A little correction right there. Just a little bit. They'll fix it. So, well, that's one frame, half frame of eggs. And then I'm gonna reach down there and get, apparently there's a stick in there. I don't know how that got in there. Oh, there's the queen on this one. I'm fairly certain she's a buckfast queen. I think you can see her right there. Fairly certain she's also a buckfast queen. This colony has some drones and stuff this year. She's done real well. She's making lots of babies. So this is frame 3 of brood, 3 full frames of brood, and I guarantee you she's got 6. So she's trying to go to the bottom of the frame. She doesn't like the light. She is very elusive. She does not like being out in the light at all. So I'm just gonna put her back. I know she's there, she's doing good. So far she's got 3.5 frames of brood. This frame is half brood, half pollen, half honey. Full brood on that side. No cups this time, which again is good. After I fed them a little bit, they didn't build any more cups in this colony. I think it was just the initial move, and they felt like they were running out of resources or something. So we're probably gonna move that one out because it's got pollen in it, but I have to look at these next ones and see. So that's 4.5 frames of brood. No, 4, we'll say 4, yeah, 3.5, 4.5. That's 5 frames of brood that they have. Plus another frame of brood and pollen. And she's got a really nice pattern. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, the only thing she didn't lay in is what they put pollen in. And this side's, you know, it's the same way. It's a mix of brood and pollen. So, yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll just put it back where it was. I think that's the best option. You know what? That's not going to work because I flipped that frame. Oh, don't get mad at me. I didn't do nothing. I think I need to give them just a little bit of smoke. You know, like any bees, they will get aggravated. They will get touchy the more you're messing with them. These bees, the difference is like they just come up and fly. They don't actually start trying to sting you. They just fly up out of the box because they're getting aggravated. But then, like you see, I use a little bit of smoke and bam, they're right back in the box. They don't want no part of that smoke, which is what I like about these bees. You know, they're not angry, hostile bees. Like, yeah, they're defensive of their home, but I give them a little bit of smoke and they just go back inside. Like they don't want it. All right. So again, we got, I'd say 90% nectar, pollen, and then a small 10% patch of brood in the middle, which is what you'd expect. And then this side is trying to see if there's any eggs in the middle where the brood is on the other side. I don't see anything in there. That's the weird part. Yeah. But this is one of those frames they just drew out, but they've already got a cap on that side. And then a little bit of brood. So they got, this box has 5 frames of brood. And see, think about this. That other box, yeah, they're getting aggravated. I'm fixing to leave them alone because they're starting to fly up on me. And they're not, again, they're not aggressive. They don't ever try to sting me, ever. Like, they just don't. I don't think I've ever been stung by these bees. I mean, I'm sure if I didn't have a veil on, I probably would be. Like, the way they sound is different though. There's a difference. Like, when I mess with that hive, they sound angry. You can hear them, they don't, it's not a happy sound, so. back in. Always makes them. Now this box is one of those boxes I need to add a beetle trap back to. And because I already put the lid back on this box, I'm just gonna put it back. Alright, then, but there's bees on here. I'm just gonna take them over here and put them down right in the front. I'm not even gonna shake them off right now. All my top boards are vented, so they can use that as an entrance exit. So that's what those guys were doing. They were running out the top. So, but see, this box is actually pretty big considering all things. So they have, I'd say they have at least 5 full frames of brood, and then 5 frames of resources with like, they might have, I think they got about 6 empty frames left. So they're doing really good. And like I said, these guys, even though I took 3 frames from them. I took 2 frames that were full brood frames with honey all the way around and pollen. And then I took a frame that was half drawn out, and I put in or 2 frames that were half drawn out and put in the joker box with that old queen. And I'm just going to try to let them raise their own queen. Well, I'm going to try to let them raise my queen. Hopefully it's a buckfast queen. We'll see. I would rather have 4 buckfast queens than I would. Well, I'm pretty sure by looking at her and looking at all the bee breeds, I'm pretty sure she's a Saskatraz queen. So, but that's it. I'm done for the day. No more bees today. I'm going to leave them alone. And like I said, that hive I won't even look at for 3 weeks. Well, I may check them. I might check them in a week and see if they've taken those 3 cups. Hopefully they did.